What a Monday it is. Let's turn the music up a little bit. Hey! Welcome back. Welcome. This is Nice Live. I'm Ricky Reed. Broadcasting inspiration. Screaming into the void. Oh. No rules, all heart. It's Monday, June 8th. It's Monday, June 8th in the year 2020. Hopefully the strangest year of our lives. Let's hope. It's the strangest year of our lives. I don't need this much excitement every year. Although, I wouldn't mind having this much positive change, because there's some positive change afoot, folks. And that's exciting. I got wine. I got my cup. If you're at home, pour yourself a drink. Doesn't have to be alcohol. Alcohol is encouraged in these trying times, but it's not mandatory. Just want to remind you that. But please, some tea, some water, some tequila, some wine, some whiskey, pour something. We're hanging tonight. We are hanging tough tonight. We're gonna have a fun kind of night the way we used to at the beginning of the show. We're still easing back in a little bit. I kind of wanted to pump the brakes a little bit and be kind of more of a listener than a shouter with the current, what's the word? The current events that we're all experiencing together. I just didn't want to be loud or forceful or be asking other people to come on the show and contribute in a way that is emotionally taxing, or just all having long days and crazy days, and I'm trying to be mindful of that. So we're easing back in, but we are going to make music tonight because I got to make some music or I'm going to go crazy. I think I'm going to play bass tonight. I'm going to bust out the 5-string. Whatever I work on, I want to play the 5-string tonight. I want to play a dumbass bass line. I need to play a dumbass bass line tonight. A busy, dumb bass line. You know what else I want to do? I brought these from the studio. I brought these home. Might try this guy. Might even try these guys. Might use both. This one's kind of soft. This one's a little bit grainier. Do both. So that'll be my goal. Dumbass bass line. Both of my shakers. Before we go any further, everyone in the chat, hello. Tell me how you guys are doing. As usual, I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10, include the decimal point. If you're new, say hi. Tell us how you're doing. Scale of 1 to 10, include the decimal point. If you don't feel above a 5 today, that's okay. I feel better than I did last Monday. What do you got? All right. We got Czar coming in. Went to the Hollywood protest yesterday, riding high off that beautiful togetherness. 8.8. Cowboy Lansky, 8.6. Wow. Andy Switch is a 7. Okay, we got some good ones starting it off. That huge Hollywood protest yesterday was amazing looking. Oh my gosh. I hope the news reported on it, because you get tens of thousands of people in one place peacefully marching. That's newsworthy, I think. Claire Rudolph, 6.5, too tired for a Monday, but also what's a weekend? I feel ya. Boy Bennett, good to see you back, 5.6. Tell us why, dude. Evan, 9.0, feeling it. Good. Tiny Tom, hi, I'm a 7.2 today. That's good, solid. Vozen, 5.9. Let us know why. What's up? What's up? We got some good ones. Alexander, 7.1. Andy, 6.5. Ooh, Evan, 2.3. Trying to juggle everything right now is insane, my guy. I feel you. I've been at that 2.3. I was there last week. Ooh, I was there last week. Oh, boy. It was really hard. I was down here in this room just stressing and hurting. We got a lot of Boy Bennett's mom's in the house. What's up? The Nay Style, Boy Bennett's mom. Let us know how you're doing on a scale from 1 to 10 with decimal point. Please include it. Derek Moore, 7.3. Nolan, 8.3. Wow. Besos, tonight's thoughtful roast of honor, 7.7. Loving it. Okay, we got some vibes. Default tone, good to see you back. Hovering at a 5, feeling more guarded than I felt in a long time. Yeah, it's unsure. We're in like sort of a unsure moment, and for me, my anxiety definitely flares when I feel like I don't know, when I have like uncertainty about what's happening next. For anybody who's like in favor of like the radical change going on right now, in just like the police system, the justice system, anybody who's excited about big change, is part of the revolution, is here for it, yes, but also is a little either curious or not quite sure, or just spooked by the idea of defund the police or disbanding police departments. I didn't understand what this meant either when this all got started. That was part of my sort of education work I was doing last week. I'm going to post 2 articles to my Instagram after this that are super interesting and really kind of brought my anxiety about uncertainty down, because it's like, you think of one thing the way things have been your whole life, and then it changing. It takes a second to figure out what that means. But I'm going to post 2 great articles. One that was about crime in Camden, New Jersey, going from really high, basically, to dropping significantly when they essentially disbanded their city police department and created a county sheriff that was more to think of themselves as Peace Corps, less as like paramilitary, and their crime went down. And another one which was about when the NYPD did a strike a few years ago, and after 2 or 3 days they had to stop their strike because crime was dropping. And I'm not talking about the number of arrests, I'm talking about the number of like complaints and calls that was drops. Oh shit. So I saw those 2 articles and was just super, definitely was like brought a lot of peace by some of that information in this changing environment we're in. But I gotta say, it's really exciting, and I just encourage everybody to check in with each other, if you know anybody who has the scoop on this stuff, who has a lot of info, you know, like talking to informed friends, reading as many articles as you can. A good thing that I do is I'll Google like the argument in favor of X, and there's always some editorial or something, and you can just learn about what you got to learn about. Learning for me has brought my anxiety down, and being on social media makes my anxiety skyrocket. So the fucking choice is yours. Am I right? Anyways, sorry about that. Oh, Boy Bennett's mom also at a 5. Oh, Boy Bennett wasn't at a 5, but she's at a 5. Yeah, it's been a really, really, it's been a really interesting time. So, ding dong. What are we doing tonight? We're gonna have a fun night. Jazz is taking the night off. Jazz has been working tirelessly, attending protests, spreading information, just in addition to being a full-time employee at Nice Life, she has been just killing it, working really, really hard to keep the momentum up in this whole national and local conversation. So we're giving Jazz the night off tonight. Tonight we have Caitlin Lytle, who runs Nice Life's publishing wing, which is exciting. Actually, we'll do a little talking about publishing. We'll do a thoughtful roast from Besos, who's in the chat. Say hello. I see you. And then we're going to go old school and listen to a couple things, and you guys are going to help me decide what to work on tonight. It's going to be fun. So, I think we can get into it. Caitlin, if you're, I think I see you there. There we go. Are you ready? You want to drop in? All right. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome to the damn stream. How you doing?
Great. It's definitely scary to be on the other side because I'm usually watching from my couch.
There you go. Well, you're already doing great.
Great.
So Caitlin is sort of one of the unsung heroes when we of the live stream when we first started this whole thing, and it was super intensive. We were reviewing 2 demos a week. I needed 3 starters to pick from every night. Caitlin, you were the one who had to source all that stuff. You of course look after all of our writers, so you obviously with Jazz's help, but all those, I mean, like the majority of the stuff coming in, you were having to comb through and just work
Yep.
intensely on. What were those first couple weeks like of being behind the scenes of this thing?
They were pretty gnarly.
Uh huh.
They were great.
There you go.
Flawless. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. Our roster is, everyone has been just working overtime in the pandemic, which has been great. And, they were super helpful and supportive of our show and, getting us new stuff. And, I think it was, this has been great because it's, as much as the pandemic has been really hard, I think, to be creative at the same time. It gave everyone kind of an outlet and something to focus on to try to push through, which was really great. But our writers love to put drums on starts, and we needed drumless things. So
Right.
there were some rough days there.
So, right. So, okay. So at the beginning of this, I mean, there's a lot of, we could talk about publishing all night. We should actually probably let the people, if in the chat right now, if you're wondering about what publishing is or just this whole world, shoot us some questions. We can definitely ask a couple of them. But the the thing that a publisher often does, so a publisher will basically looks after songwriters, um, will help, you know, exploit, that's always a weird word, but exploit the works of a songwriter, like try to get you cuts, or um, some people at publishing companies try to get your songs in film or TV, or work on the sync side, or whatever it is. Um, in Nice Life's business, you obviously do most of the work you do is kind of A&Ring and helping develop our writers, helping them get cuts. But in the pandemic, your role has changed, or I should say, evolved, or the focus has shifted. Tell us what you've mainly been doing as it pertains to looking after our writers since the pandemic.
I mean, it's been a struggle. I mean, at first it was a struggle, and I think it was for everybody. And I think also for everyone listening, I think the easiest way to put publishing is it's almost like a label for songwriters and producers. That's
Hmm.
like the quickest way I usually explain it to people.
Right.
Um, it's been a lot of, you know, I think this has been a time where I've really like valued our our tight knit team and our tight knit writers and my relationships with them. And
Mm-hmm.
as a publisher, a lot of times, it's been a lot of just like trying to get placements, listening to songs, and there just
Right.
has had to be days where we need to like give each other space and have conversations with the writers and like how we're feeling, because I think a lot of those interpersonal conversations that we have like they fuel the creative juices.
Right.
So I think it's been a lot more of that. um it's been interesting because I know what you and I have talked about a lot is that publishing is, there's different ways that people get their songs cut. You either
Right.
are pitching a great song that writers have written and it gets placed and it's great. But I think the real magic is when there's writers in the room, there's artists in the room, you're, in with the project, seeing it from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not an option anymore. So,
Right.
trying to figure out how people can connect via Zoom. And then also, publishing has become a pitch game again, which we've never seen at the level that it is right now, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, for the people in the chat, I'm seeing like a decent amount of just like what is this? What is publishing? Um, the you just said like pitching a song and getting it placed. Like explain to someone who doesn't know what that is. Like what does that essentially entail? Give us an example.
So, yeah, so like my job essentially is I will listen to an instrumental that one of our writers or producers has made, or even a whole song where we will have,
Right.
a couple writers and a producer go in a room and make a full song. And then
And
my
none of them
job
is,
is I will,
is the artist who plans to release it. They're writers and
none of them
producers
is,
making something that they intend to have someone else record, right?
yes. And then I will meet with label A&Rs or managers of artists and play them our songs that we have in our catalog. So any of those things that are available that our crew has made,
Mm-hmm.
and play them different songs. And then hopefully the team member of the artist will hear it, or it will somehow make its way to the artist and they'll hear it, and then they'll choose to make a version themselves and release the song, and then that's how you get your cut.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
So I definitely have, I love when it's the artist involved from day one, but it's not always the case that way right now.
Yeah. Yeah. We already have a couple questions coming in. Alexander Frieden asks, "What's something that makes a song stand out to you, songwriting wise, and how do you balance finding commercially appealing music and interesting, fresh music?"
Um, wow, that's a really good question.
Yeah, it is. We got
um,
smart people in the chat here. We don't mess around.
we don't mess around. I think songwriting wise, like I'm a really big lyric person. I just
Mm-hmm.
like always been a really big lyric person. Like, you know, of course, when I have our writers that write, like Cara Salamando, perfect example, when she writes a song about a boy who's like screwed her over, I'm always usually like, I love this song because I see an experience of that I've had in the song.
Right.
So obviously personal experiences,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, like it is interesting because in my previous publishing job, I worked with a lot of, it was a lot of like producers that were working with artists from day one. It wasn't a lot of pop, it was a lot of rock and alternative. And,
Uh-huh.
um, that's a lot of where my personal tastes are, but I've had to kind of switch brains working with a lot of like our, came to the weird and crazy, and now listening through on a production
Right.
more side.
Right. Right.
So, trying to train my ear has been a huge thing. But I mean, in terms of finding new music, like I feel like as an A&R, like I still find it everywhere. Like, I love shows. I know someone in the chat, I think, mentioned like Insecure, and also even like Rami. Like I'm a huge, that music supervisor for Rami is this dude, Rob Lowry. And I feel like music supervisors are like
Oh, Rob
huge,
is?
and listening to shows is how I've always, and movies is like how I found a lot of, Rob
Right.
Lowry does Rami. Yeah.
That's crazy. Shout out to Rob Lowry.
Um, but yeah, doing yeah, shout out Rob Lowry. But yeah, I think like film and TV is still where I find a lot of stuff, especially like the tastemakery shows, and even like Insecure, like us having Saint Panther on there was huge for me as like a fan of the music on that show.
Oh
And
yeah.
um, I think also just like it's everywhere. Like it's playlists, it's still word of mouth. As an A&R, like we'll get, one of my favorite new artists is on Warner. This girl Kathleen, and like
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
know a manager that sent it to me randomly. So, I think it's still, A&R is everywhere. I know there's a lot that goes into like A&R research at a lot of companies nowadays, but
Right.
what I do think is great about us at Nice Life is it's really just like what you trust our taste, and it's like what we all love. It's more so just whatever speaks to us in any way.
Yeah, totally. So I mean,
I hope
so
that kind of answered the question.
completely. No, it does. I mean, so the Jeremy is asking, and then we had a follow up also asking for how do you get noticed by a publishing company without releasing songs yourself or having other artists that aren't going to do it justice, record and release it. I mean, the I'll take this one. The From my side, uh, it is still about posting. I mean, you got to post music publicly somewhere. Um, we do listen to a lot of like demos and things that come in, but I'm always excited when I stumble upon something. I'm just like journeying through SoundCloud or a playlist and stumble upon something interesting. I think that something that people don't think about often enough, and I try to push it a lot on the show. I bet you'd probably agree, Caitlin, is that it's really important to write with artists who aren't big yet, produce tracks for artists that aren't big yet, because a lot of times some of the best stuff like that we find we'll find on some super indie like small playlist, but be like, this beat is kind of crazy. Be like, Caitlin, reach out, reach out to this, like even if like the artist isn't great, it might be like reach out and see who made this beat. That happens a lot. Um, how? I mean, do you actually get like just get stuff in your inbox a lot right now, or no? Like, are people
um,
just sending you
I
shit
mean,
often?
we get a lot of great, well, obviously we get a lot of great stuff in the Jazz V email, which I help
Right.
Jazz go through all that stuff. And then I do occasionally get the cold emails.
Mm-hmm.
And I always listen to them, like, to be honest. Even if it's not, I'm dealing with 50 other things, and even if it's 3 weeks later, I still
Right.
do listen to it. Like, but yeah, I mean, same. I think the first thing I always do now, especially as a publishing person, when I hear a song that I think is great or interesting, is like first thing I do is I go straight to Spotify credits and see like who was involved, what's going on. Is this person producing for this whole project? Like, who is this new writer? What's their story? Who else have they worked with? Have they worked with anyone? Is this just like the homie that they like wrote with? So I think, that's huge, is just, anything that you can get out in any way. Like, I always, Tony is the best at it. Tony is the A&R on the label side. He's my counterpart.
We're going to have to have Tony on here at some point.
So if there was a SoundCloud digging profession, like he's the best.
He is.
And I just can't, I'll never be on his level.
He is a high level.
I admit that. I know it. Tony is a beast when it comes to SoundCloud digging and blog digging. He's unlike anyone.
Oh yeah. So Tony, for those of you guys who, I guess nobody would necessarily know this, but Tony, he found Junior Mesa. That was Tony's just digging, just somehow found Junior up in Bakersfield. I feel like there's more. We need to like have Tony on and just like have him talk about his mysterious ways if he'll reveal them. We'll see if I don't know
if he's gonna reveal his secrets.
Yeah, I don't know. I truly don't know. He's
like the one. It's always like every A&R I feel like that I always talk to. There's like, if something is cool or good if you do all the digging and the research and you think you're the first one on it, and the only other person that's following them is either Tony or Brad.
That's awesome.
And like it's such a like, you're on the right track, but it's also a little bit of a defeat when you're
that right. So let's get into our demo portion here. So we were supposed to do this Monday. Last Monday I took the night off. Oh boy, I was having a rough one. Oh, I forgot to ask Caitlin, by the way, what are you at today? 1 to 10. What's your number?
Probably like a 6. Okay. I'm a lot better than last week. Last week was like 1s and 2s every day.
Oh,
not
God.
Good.
So
not good. But
if I was feeling like a 6, I'd be kind of like a little bummed about it. But you sound perky with a 6, which I'm guessing is because you were 1s and 2s all week. You're happy to be.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So like 6 is like real good right
now. Yeah, dude, I get it. Okay, so we have music. It was supposed to be on Monday. Tell us about what we're all going to listen to tonight.
Okay, so tonight's demo is from Besos.
Mm-hmm.
Besos pops up in the chat all the time, and I think from the name I kind of was like, I see your name all the time. I feel like I know you. I gotta listen to your music.
Great.
It's like lo-fi soul pop, which I'm a huge sucker for.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do we know where Besos is from?
Besos is from Portland, but is now in Los Angeles.
Cool.
And the demo that we're gonna listen to is gonna be a part of. Well, I mean, Besos, please chime in if I have anything to update, but last I heard, this song is going to be a part of the EP that's going to come out in July.
Cool. Nice.
So hopefully a part of that body of work.
That's great. Okay. Well, congrats on that. Besos EP in July. We're all going to listen to this together. It's about 2.5 minutes long. Besos from Portland, now in Los Angeles. Welcome. It's great. This is called Used to Be. We're all going to listen together. Caitlin, you going to stick around for this?
Yeah, I can stick around.
Okay, great.
All I wanna do is make you feel it like how I used to be. All I wanna do that can go on, but I can't wait. Oh, I know you now, but then I didn't see our love forward. It is, it's too far. All I wanna do is make you love with you, and like how I used to be. All I wanna do is make you love with you, and like how I used to be. I know that you said it's for me. What can I say? You can throw away the words now, so don't look away. Oh, I know you now, but then I didn't see our love forward. It is, it's too far. All I wanna do is make you love with you.
People in the chat, let us know what you're thinking.
All I wanna do is make you love with you, and like how I used to be. All I wanna do is make you love with you, and like how I used to be. All I wanna do is make you love with you, and like how I used to be.
Ooh, nice. I love that. We don't have to listen to that one twice because it's just, it's like on a silver platter. I love it. Caitlin, tell us why you picked this.
So I agree with 4-Star Riot, and I picked it because it gave me Blood Orange vibes, which reminds me of like being at like music festivals in summer, and those are all things I desperately would love normalcy right now.
Right. Yeah.
So yep, spot on there. Really love Blood Orange.
Yep.
I liked that used to be lyric. Like I just not only thinking about the production of the song on the Blood Orange track of like me wanting to like be at ACL with my friends again at Blood Orange, but also the used to be of like I also wish things used to be the same.
Yeah. Oh man, I think we can all relate
Any
to
like
that.
slight, like yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like I said, big sucker for like a lo-fi vibe. So
Right. Same. Before I go on any further, I need to shout out Jeremy Jackson here, who says, I think this would be the theme song if Junior Mesa and JR House had a sitcom. Just like picture that, like each of them walking in, like coming. Well, let me get to the chorus.
oh yeah,
Like
for
kind
sure.
of like freeze frame and like
Yeah.
taking off their hat, like coming in from the. Totally.
Yep, that
Yeah.
is spot on.
I love it. So great vocal, great chorus. I love a song that actually has like a that changes, like takes us away from the hook for a second. Nostalgic. Not until the end of the tune was I like, wait, the drum and bass groove is really nice too. Besos, let us know if that's you playing all the instruments, if there's samples, if it's other people, but the playing was awesome. In the beginning, the guitar part really stuck out to me in a way that was cool. I didn't like the rhythm of the guitar, super interesting.
All I wanna do is make you love with you, like how I used to be.
Super cool. I think, I mean, for me, Caitlin, a song like this obviously is about the vibe and the mood of it, and I think you want to be wise with dynamics, because there are some songs where I'd say, like, when the chorus hits, it's got to be like, like crazy, and then there's some songs
Yeah.
where you intentionally like don't want the levels to jump up and down a lot. That being said, I think that some really simple, subtle, just like dropping in and out of the instruments that are there would go a long way. By the time we were at the end of the song, I started to realize, like, wait, the keyboard is a little bit dominating the never-ending. And here it has some arpeggio, but in the chorus, right?
Yeah.
And it's great. I wouldn't change it. But you might consider having that keyboard out in the verse or having it out in the hook, because it's the only thing that's going ba long note, ba long note, ba. But everything else is like funky and broken up. So it would be super dynamic if like that wasn't until the hook, or vice versa. I also think maybe second verse, definitely like a drop out here, like coming right up. I think this is second verse around here. Music drop.
I know that you say it's for me.
Maybe like drums and bass only. Just some stuff that takes these really great elements when you don't have to add anything. You've already done a good job of like keeping it minimal, which is dope. But it could be exciting without adding stuff, just by some mutes. And then
It's all Besos playing, which is
it is all Besos
fire.
playing?
Yep.
Wow. I'm just jumping back in the chat here. Dang.
Yeah.
That's
I always
awesome.
love when I hit people up for the demos and I'm like, who else did you do this with? And they're like, all me. I'm like, you are so
Wow.
much better at music things than I am.
My first thought is how insulted I am that this is all you. I think also too, you know what it reminded me of was Ariel Pink. Like, oh my God, what's the Ariel Pink song? Best song ever.
The cover, the baby one.
No. Hold on. I've never done this. I wonder if I could. Let's see, Ariel Pink.
You're testing my Ariel Pink knowledge.
It's like the jam. Let me see if this works. Yeah. This shit. Hold on. The hook. Can we all just enjoy this for a second together, please? If you guys aren't familiar, this is Ariel Pink. Ariel Pink's Haunted Graffiti. The song is Round and Round. This is one of my favorite choruses of all time.
Hello?
And he makes you wait 2 minutes for the chorus.
I like that.
Woo! That's my shit. Besos, you reminded me of one of my favorite pieces of music of all time, so that's not bad. Stat. So, Caitlin, what else you got planned for the night? You gonna hang in the chat, or you gonna disappear on us?
No,
gonna
I
be?
will hang in the chat. I want to hang in the chat because I need to vote on.
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm doing the vote.
We're
tonight.
back to the voting game, and I'm here for it.
Mhm. Good.
Even though I've usually picked all of the things, I still always have a favorite that I secretly want you to pick, which is why I still always vote.
Right. That's awesome. Well, I think I'm gonna jump ship to that. So
Great.
I'll see you in the chat. Thank you for coming and kind of giving people a little bit of an explanation of
Thanks for
what you
having me,
do.
guys. Jazz and I, we always want the starts. We always want the demos. So hit the email. I will type it in the chat in a second. And that's all I got.
There you go. I hope you have a good rest of the night, and I'll see you in the chat. Caitlin, thank you. Everyone say thank you. And I'll see you in
Thanks,
there
guys.
with the wrench.
Woo!
Woo! All right, see you soon. All right. Caitlin, crushing it. She is. We're lucky. We are lucky that we got Caitlin. She's very special. Not too many like her. So, let's see. Is she in the chat? She should be hanging with you guys. We're going to go old school tonight. We're going to do something different. We're going to do something a little bit different tonight. We're going to go back to how we used to do it, where you guys would vote on what I'm going to work on. But before we do that, I need a little more of this. I'm gonna listen to this all day tonight. Goes back to the bass part.
Hold on, I'm calling back to the moon, and we'll dance over them all. Hold on.
Woo! Bad man. Can't beat that. Just can't beat that. Wow. Ah, if I ever make a song like that, I'll quit. I won't quit. So, it's time to make some music. But tonight, we're going to go back to how we used to do it. We're going to listen to 3 starters, and you guys are going to vote. We're doing it like that tonight. I hope you guys are down. We'll do a long listen to each one, and then you guys will say 1, 2, or 3. I'll do a long listen. We'll do short listens, and then you'll vote 1, 2, or 3. So don't vote yet. Here's the first one. Let's listen. It's from Tele. Guest a few weeks ago. Can I play my 5-string bass to it? Maybe. That's great. That's Tele's number 1. Here's number 2, Joy Springs. tiny band. Like a band of ants. Awesome. That was from DJ Stanfield, legendary, and Jacob Reski. They are legends. One more from Tele, number 3. Nice. Okay. Oh, what's up, Aaron? Welcome to the chat. We're listening to some demos. We're going to vote. Whether or not I honor your votes remains to be seen. Just like Donald Trump in November. Oh, God. It's too dark. Don't want to even make that joke. Let's listen. Here's the quick recap. Let me know number 1, 2, or 3. What am I working on tonight? Here's number 1 from Tele. Okay, number 2. Skip to the action. Yeah, I'm thinking number 1 as well. But we'll see. If I was going to do this one, I'd probably just do the chords from the beginning. And then number 3. People are rocking number 1, it looks like, but let's see. Okay, let me know. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. I'm going to get my bass when I come back. I want to see all your damn votes. Maybe I'll grab my guitar. This is really how you optimize a stream. Just go fully off camera. I think that's what they say. If you want your stream to do really well, you're supposed to just walk off camera for long periods of time. They say that's really good. Just go do some other things around the house. You know, maybe leave, just full on leave, run an errand maybe. Just leave the live stream up for 25 to 45 minutes. That's how you optimize your views. So I'm just trying to get my views up. Cool. Seems like number 1 is, we got a couple 3s. But I do think it's number 1. You know, I told you I wanted to play my bass tonight, and this one is asking for bass. And they're already is a little bass in there, so I might use one of those notes or two, but I want to do some other stuff. I love, here's the note I love. It's like the second note that he plays. But that's really weird. It reminds me of some old, there was this Venezuelan band called Los Amigos Invisibles. Or, oh gosh, what's his name? MC Leozinho, Brazilian. Even if I just play that same bass line, I just want to play bass tonight. I'm in a bass playing mood. So, and I don't know what the drums are going to be yet. I kind of want to maybe work on bass first. I don't know. Maybe. Might be that kind of vibe. Bass first, drums first. I don't know. What do you guys think? I didn't get the stems from Tele, which is fine. So I'm basically just gonna let me switch over to this view. So here's the thing. I'm going to, this is like when it starts to pick up over here. Oh yeah, there's all this stuff. I don't know if I need that. Oh, but I do like this. Now, mind you, I just have this MP3, but I can still do what I gotta do with this. Oh, wow. Woo! Okay, let's see. Oh. Yeah. Okay, drums. We got some votes for drums first. That's fine. I can do that. So I loaded a bunch of sounds into this earlier, not knowing what I was going to work on, and I've loaded the library, but I haven't put them in the pads yet. So, oh, good question from Levi Downey. Anyone who's new always gets priority. Sorry. I mean, you guys know I love you, but I gotta explain what we're doing here. Levi asks, is this a track someone sent me to finish? It's interesting. There's actually kind of a weird nuanced answer, which is it's just a nugget of an idea that a producer sent me that he wants me to see where I'll take it. And then we'll sort of collaborate on it together, and then hopefully get an artist to sing on it. Yes, Claire, now that Tele has been here, it's fun to imagine him putting the starter together. I mean, Tele's he's a legend. So, let's get some sounds. Make sure you guys can hear that. I love that kick right off the bat. I'll do this kick. Let's get a snare. I might use that for something. We'll put that on a different one. A little too trappy. That's cool. Weird. Let me get that little high sound that I like. Where's that? That's cool. Dig that. Let's see, a clap. I don't know if I loaded any claps. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did we lose the thing? Try that again. That's kind of interesting. I like that clap. It's a little too loud. Let's get a hi-hat. Actually, I have live hi-hats that I loaded in. Well, we'll get a digital hat. That's nice. Simple. We'll get some digital hats up, but I also have some live hi-hat loops. Oh, you guys are so nice. You're selling Levi on the whole on the whole thing. You guys are the nicest. You have a good. Thank you, Andy, for the kind words. Let's see. This hi-hat is played by a robot. These are all pretty poorly recorded sounding to me. Ooh. Don't love any of those. That's a little trashy and cool, might be interesting. These are hard. So, okay. Hopefully Pro Tools doesn't crash too much. I'm going to lower my, let me just show you this. For Pro Tools latency, it was on a high buffer size. I'm going to lower the buffer size for less latency so I can kind of play along a little bit. Let's hear what we got going on here. This is not the sync clock receive. We don't want that. Let's see if that'll fix it. Real wacky count off. Let's see, pre-roll. Oh well. Okay, so. Let's see, what kind of pattern would be fun on this? That's kind of cool how this hi-hat is the wrong speed, actually. Let me get this hi-hat in time. I'm getting the hi-hat in time by changing the pitch of it. Okay. Hi-hat pattern of all time all of a sudden. Go away. Yeah. Aha, that's why. I figured it out. Sorry. That's why. Okay. Sync. Transport received. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going into Pro Tools. I'm going to make sure this is sending to my drum machine. This should line up a little better now. Let's hear. Hey. Is that right? Oh. I was hearing that flipped. Were you guys hearing that flipped? I realized that I've been hearing this. Let me put a click on, just so we know what the DNA is of what we're working with here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Wow. Is that how you guys were hearing it? I think I was definitely hearing it like... Wait, what was I... Let me see when it gets going here. Yeah, I was hearing it flipped. Like, I think like... Yeah. So... That's how I was hearing it. Ding, 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 dong. I mean, that's like super knuckleheady. But that's where I was hearing it. I'm gonna just do that. Because that's what I feel, and that's what I feel. Let's try. Like, oh, there's like a stop. Stop. I think that pause is hooky. I heard this as that could even be sick. Maybe even... You guys might hate this. Time to get dumb. I want to try this little burp. Hold on. I know this is a very hokey way to do this, but sorry. Take this out to the desert. Give it a little more space. Burp. Just that little bit of derp. Yeah. Might be cool. If our ears end up getting fatigued of it, which you really have to be careful of, I'll change it. Cool. don't mind that. We're already in good shape. So I'm going to take this pattern, make it longer because I like that basic groove. Let's see. So I'm making a snare fill here. I'm gonna do. Let's try that, and I think at the end of every other pattern, I'm gonna do like a little kind of hi-hat pickup thing. Might be cool. Let's just see what this sounds like. Oh wait, no. There. See how we're doing. Yeah, didn't like that. Okay. Snare is still very loud. Get a little verb and turn it. Yeah? Maybe like a little bit of swing. I don't actually love that snare fill. I think it needs to be like, yeah, my guy, bop, 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 like that, maybe. That's kind of cool. And I do still have this crazy one. I wonder what happens. Let's just see what happens when we try this hat instead. It might be cool. It might be the worst. My guess is it's going to be not cool, but let's try. I think I'm... Wait. Maybe... Less volume on it? Yeah. Whoa. Let's lose the snare for a second. It's just too... It just sounds like dubstep or something. These are like wow, 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 wow. This is cool. Sorry, it's a little loud. Let me just do like a... Just do a ton of this. Wait, all right? No. Whoa, that missing clap was hot. Right here. Kind of cool. I wonder if we can get by with like, hold on, chop, 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 rest, chop, 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 chop. What happens if we lose our little buddy here? That's a sick clap, wow. Let me take out this stupid hat. Let's lose these actually for a second. Yeah. Woo! try making our our hi-hat pattern a little bit more interesting. A little bit more movement in the hi-hat pattern. Maybe I'll make it swing a tiny bit too. Because this is eighth notes, I have to do it manually, I think. Let me just try one. Let's do, so what I'm going to do is nudge all the upbeats to the right a little bit, which is later in time. Yeah, let's try that. So that's 1/96th of a beat. Whoa, this might be cool. It's a little too much. Let's try 1/192nd of a beat. What do I feel? Well, that's pretty cool. I'll have to make some other adjustments to make that work, but let me try it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, let me just go to drum view so you can just see what I'm doing here. Sort of see what I'm doing. So this is me just taking all those hi-hats and nudging them a little to the right. Nudging is everything. You want something to feel human? Move it around a little bit. Yeah, I know. I gotta adjust everything else so it's on that same. So like that has, let's see. Actually, that's okay. Maybe I'll boost the swing a tiny bit more, but the clap clap, that's definitely going to need to be, to take those same eighth note spots and nudge them as well. So they're all playing by the same rules. Oh, is it a little too much? It might be a tiny bit too late. But maybe let's listen with the music before I go through and have to redo all of it, because that's what I'll have to do. But it wouldn't take too long. I would just have to let's see. I just have to go back and nudge all those eighth note things a tiny bit over. And the clap might actually be things that need to happen at different times, because they're both cool, but they are kind of fighting in a way that I don't love. So I just need to make sure that they're playing ball. Okay, so that being said, I feel like that was a tiny bit too draggy, so I gotta bring all those hi-hat eighth note guys back a tiny bit closer to the grid, but still not perfectly on grid. So if you're curious, these eighth notes are 1/384th note late. Means I need to go hit these real quick. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. just start here. That feels pretty good. Hi, guy. Just gonna loop this out for a second so I can get a handle on it. Bass. Look at this thing. Look at this hunk of Burden 5-string. This thing is insane. Got you, not handsome Cody. It's getting fun. Actually, I should lay in. Let me lay in 2 different versions of this guy. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna pitch up that second hi-hat so it's a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so let me first just record some. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring this guy in. Cool. Just so we have them. Set my bass down for a second. Just do one of these. So, just did a duplicate playlist so I can just kind of. Oh, that's the wrong spot. Hold up, wait a minute. There it is. Okay, duplicate playlist. Ba 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 ba. This is a pattern. This is a pattern. This is a pattern. I'm gonna start with just this thing that doesn't have any parts. Let me quickly hear what he did for his notes. But I need to know what note that is. Nee, 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 nee. Whoa. Cool. Is that right? Maybe there. Man, this bass sounds sick. I used to like really not fuck with active basses, 5 strings, all this kind of stuff. I really didn't, and now I use this bass so much. In fact, if you have been following along today, new Leon Bridges single came out, which I produced and co-wrote, and we're playing this bass on it. So you want to hear this bass in action. New Leon Bridges out today, a song called Sweeter. Very powerful song. Highly recommend checking it out. So maybe I can try kind of doing what he was doing and then what I was doing. Boop 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 ba 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 beep ba boop. He was doing that little bum 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 bum. Cool. Okay. Something like that. So let me just jam on it for a second. Basically in F sharp minor. Oh, I forgot the whole fun thing I was gonna do. I've been messing with this. Where is it? On that filter freak. Did I save it? I didn't. I hate myself. There's a really great, like, nope. Can we get any cooler? That sounds lame. Worse? Oh, sorry. Sorry. I didn't have the thing. Here we go. Not enough bottom end. Let's bring some of that back. Wow. It's going too far. I realize you guys are also hearing the sound through the mic. So you're hearing all this like string noise, which is not great, but sorry. Cool. Yeah. Told you guys I was going to play bass tonight. Let's see. What do I have MIDI on? I don't know. Let me just mute my mic for a seconds so you can really... So, trying to like, I kind of hear two parts. Hear two parts. Let me bring the other loop. Let me see this one. Oh, what else? So maybe we'll do, just for the sake of me like messing with this, it's gonna be important when you're like trying to work out, say like a bass line or whatever it is. Give yourself some different textures to play over. You might excite yourself, because we also have this thing. Like Tele gave us this cool thing. Let me make sure this is right. Dun, 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 ding. A little beep, beep, boop, boop. Just want to make sure that's sit up. Maybe we can just do like, it might be good to get a little break from the, might be good to get a little break from the boing, boing. Okay, cool. This will give us some variations and that'll help me figure out what the plan is. I need to hear his bass line one more time. Boom. So sick. Ah. Doop, 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 doop. So cool. That's the kind of bass line when you get, I think he did that in MIDI from the way it sounds. It could be really hard to replicate that feel on real bass. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doop. I'm even down with that, just boop. boop, 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 boop. And just keep going. Boop, boop, boop. And keep avoiding that root. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. And then go like boop. Maybe the whole thing could be guided by the bass. Da 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 da. Da. Let's try something like that. I don't know how it's gonna work. So, boom. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So I think it'll actually start with default tone. You're right. Kind of blue. That's the blueprint. Sorry, not great. Yeah. I probably would have dropped the bass out there for real, so let's put it and started to hear. Sorry, it's not great. And we got that's a hook. Yeah, we got it. I want to just keep playing it over and over. It's like so much fun. You guys want to see a cheap trick? Before, after? I'll do it. Before, after? I don't know. It doesn't matter, probably. It probably does, actually. Oh. Yeah, dude. Let me get one clean pass with the arrangement just so I have it. I just want to play bass more. Sorry. I'm just enjoying myself. Oh. Wrong note. Let me just get it right up to the spot one time. Here we go. Do much better. Bum, bum, bum. Yep. Different instruments should come in here. That'd be sick. And the bass bob. I'm doing real crappy in the verse. I'll fix that, I promise. Boom, boom, boom. Great. Okay. So that's fine. I think I got a good one in there. Yeah, bass is fun, man. So I think the second one of these was good. I know that pop pop is super duper hot on this guy. Here's a fun trick. I mean, this isn't even a trick. This is just like as basic as it gets. But want to see where the wood block is? It's pretty obvious. Any guesses? Right there. Whoops. Let's see, how do we do this in this thing? Here we go. Whoa, dear. No, I don't even know what I'm doing. There we go. Just taking the power of that boop out. Yeah, a little smoother. Let's see. Boop. Yeah, so I'm gonna just nudge these till they are where I like them. I want to just like, that's fine. Could be, well, I'll find out where exactly. By the way, in Pro Tools, this is just a tab, Command E, tab, Command E, tab, Command E. So I'm just looking at boop, boop. Let's see, is that wrong with that? I actually like that shorter one. Let's try that. That's cool. This could even be shorter. What does that sound like? Cool. Maybe lose that. No, let's see what it sounds like. It's fine. I mean, let me just bring these guys on it. I like the little short buddies, like the, yeah. Even this one being shorter. Oh, not that one, sorry. I meant to do this guy. Yeah. Same thing. I dig the short ones. Yeah. A little bit of a bleed there. So. Later too, I think. Not perfect, but it's fine. Bo, bo, bo. The second time I did this, it was cleaner. Bo, bo, bo. Bee, ba. Yeah, you notice I edit the shit out of myself with no regard for anything. I do not care. Make it sound good. Person hearing it on the radio is not going to give a damn if you edited your bass or you didn't edit your bass. Just make it sound dope. Okay, and then do. I know the second one I did better. Although that first lick is clean, guy. Ba-da-da. Dope. Okay, so oh, also Levi, the tab Command D, make sure that this thing up here is clicked. I don't know if you can see what I'm clicking and unclicking up here on the top left. That's tab to transient. That has to be blue. And when that's blue, when you're like here, for example, and you hit tab, it'll go to the nearest transient, just like that. Very nice trick for editing on the fly. Woo! You know what I just got? Dope. So I got the stems from Tele just now. Would you believe it? The only thing I'm hearing now that I'm listening to this bass is it's starting to sound a little slow. What's slow? Is it the drums that are slow? Be the drums. Something is slow, like losing energy. It better not be my shredding bass. I don't want to hear that. If it's my shredding bass, I don't want to hear it. But I actually don't think it is. I think it's something else. Okay. I got the stems. Woody. Yes, this will be fun. So, we got the main vibe for the sake of time, I'm going to do a new playlist. Sorry, let me bring it back. New playlist. Man, that clap is so good sounding. I don't know if the pattern's right, but just the sound of it, like sonically, it's kicking butt. Let's see here. So, got these. Let me load the stems in real quick. Sorry, can't show you guys the screen while I load in stems because I have things that are top secret hiding out in my docs. Okay, so let's see. Stembos, we got them. So obviously I changed the main, oh boy. Changed the main pattern. So we'll line it up just to make sure that it's like kind of on-ish. It's basically where is it? There. Yeah. Okay, great. So let's see. Let's group all these. Oh, there's some cool shit in here. Hold on. The meow. Okay, we'll fuck with that. Here's probably this bass. Yep. But that is really cool. Boo boo. And I can look at my pattern and his pattern and see what the difference is. Oh, so close. Did I do everything exactly? Whoa. Almost just exactly eighth note ahead of him. He did. That's so cool. Oh, this is so cool. Let me try it. Let's see what mine sounds like that. That's also very sick. Well, let me hear it with drums just so I know. I don't know. With my drum pattern, it might be better to do what I'm doing. I mean, but it's fighting the kick, but it's also, let me just remove my drums. I think I'm kind of playing with this little meow, meow, meow. Aha. Cool. That's really cool. I don't want that hi-hat, but I do want these guys. That's rad. Okay, cool. So, I don't know why I'm whispering, but here we are. And then these things. Okay, great. Now I can break these guys all out into separate things. I know there's a few things I don't need. I don't need these. We can get those like that. Alrighty, so great. So what I can do is now the loop that I have where I was grouping his, I'm gonna just go keep our loop going. Don't worry, we will lose the piano at some point. Promise. It will happen. Okay, so I think it might be something like whoa. I'll lose that. Woo! Wait, this is amazing. This little sound. Let me just throw a little verb on. Woo! Hold on. There's something crazy with this. I don't know what it is. Oh, thanks, Boy Bennett's mom. You're very nice. Have a good evening. Get some rest. Come back Thursday. We'll be here at 8:30 West Coast. This shit is hard. That little sound. That sound is so good. Wow. I think the last thing I'm gonna do is fix my drums. What wants to be in? Drums feel good there. Yeah, I feel like it might be maybe the beep beep boop. This needs a chorus. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Let's do one of my favorite UA, what do they call it now? Brigade chorus. Kind of classic rolling vibe. Maybe it's in here. Yeah, can't beat that. Maybe like a dark. Let's do one of the UA dark reverb too. Maybe like the Lexicon 80s dark reverb, dark digital reverb. Kind of a vibe. Let's pick one of these. On this would be amazing. Oh, Phoenix, one of my favorite bands ever. Just this part. Bum, bum, boom. That's the moment. I was going to play the Prophet tonight, but I'm going to play my guitar for some chords here. I think we're close. I'm getting a few moments that are stoking me. You guys want to see the check this nifty view out. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Pedals galore. Have a great envelope. Oh, sorry. Okay, I've done my crazy bass. Let's try some guitar. I just need to like make a little moment here. So this is the Fairfield Circuitry Shallow Water Pedal. It's amazing. Does that little warbliness. The WMD Proto Star. Sort of like an envelope. Well, what happens if we throw the Univibe on? It might be too much warble. Yeah, it's getting a little messy. But, sorry, I feel like there's something here during this part. Maybe it's bass is kind of dominating it. I gotta record that, that's crazy. Listen to that sound. Record that stat, my guy. I'm gonna make it a little bit obnoxiously loud for a second just to get an idea. I just love that main pitch, is just killer. try. Don't know what's happening, but let's see. Ah, lost you. Oh, that's so painful. See if I can get it again. I think I can. There we go. Oh, you're the worst. Please. Wow. Lost it, guys. I'm so sad. So, oh, there it is. There it is. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. 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 Chase it, chase it. That little na 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 na. Oh, right there. Just heard it. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. Okay. Okay. I love this moment so much. Let's do a listen down. I'm also going to hit this with a little devil lock just to get it a little bit beefier. Apologies for the harshness. Give me a second. SpongeBob vibes. I'll take it. Right there. Listen to this, how funky this is right here. Love that moment. Let me see if I can make a little. Think right there. Yep. So I might change the pitch of it. So it's a great sound, but it's not quite in key. Yep, got to get rid of that kind of honky part on the bottom. Let's go. When I don't like something, I just find it and take it out. Where is it? I know I'm really getting in the weeds here, but I want to get it right. So that's really out of key. I'm going to kill that like that. I'm going to do this too. So we shouldn't hear that in the mix too much. Still getting a lot there. Let's see, where's our high frequency? Way up there. So we might be able to really take it all the way up to that point. Let's see. Ah. Cool. Getting cool. Yeah. Breaking it a little bit. This might also sound cool an octave down. So we had pitched it up 2 semitones. Let's try down 10. Yeah, I just need it to be beefier. I'm just going to do 2 of these. That rules. Oops. Cool. I don't know, like, why I went on this journey or what this sound is going to be used for, but I guarantee it's going to be sick. I don't think it's going to work in this part. Yeah, it's going to be a part after this. Oh, new sound. We need a new sound here. Yep. I'm not convinced the drums are right. But, I mean, they're good in that part. That part's sick. Trying to figure out, maybe this guy could be, maybe it could be a pre-chorus thing instead of this meow, 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 meow. Or maybe it could actually be the chorus. Could be that. And then bring in this guy here. Like, I think we need something in the rhythm of the piano. actually could work. I'm also going to bring down... I'm going to keep the drums in for now, but what I'm going to do is a really cheap way to level these drums without re-recording them, which is just... See how the hi-hat's like all over here? Just doing this. Dope. Let's see. Jeremy Jackson. I think the drums might clog it up too much for vocals. Well, if you want to sing on it, you tell me what to do. Might be right. If anything, that guy is too busy, but I'm not worried about it now. Trying to make something now that is cool. Something that's cool for you guys to enjoy. It's true. Whenever I come back to these things in the morning, oftentimes the first thing I do is like, oh, that's the simple idea that I was missing. It's definitely a common occurrence. So, let's see. What do you guys think? Should we take it for a test drive? See where we're at? Huh? Oh. Forgot about these, bro. Forgot about these. Yeah, might do it. Might do it, but let me listen. Let's listen together. Oh gosh, look at that. I gotta turn my playback engine back up now. Boy, that was low. Let's see, is everything coming out of the right bus? Yeah. Let's have a listen. Oh, I meant that to come in. Obvious move, but I think it'll be cool. And then back. Okay, let me, sorry, I was trying to do that in real time, but I couldn't quite get there, but we're close. So here we got to bring this down. I think we might want to simplify the bass line for this part. Oh, I got it. Oh boy. It's beep beep bop. Ba da 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 bop. Beep beep bop. Ba da 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 ba ba bop. That's it. And then we can maybe the second half of the chorus it can get busier. We will find out about that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a little gate on the bass. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Basically want this to go here. Bop, bop, bop. Yeah. Oh man, we made it. You got your wish, Cody. People, we made it. We made it. I'm very pleased. Bring it back now. There's a lot going on. I'll clean it up tomorrow. Man, thank you guys for coming through. This is it. Nice live. Broadcasting inspiration. Screaming into the void. No rules. Little bit of heart. Thank you guys for coming along as usual. I'm out. See you Thursday.